Right guys, thank you for tuning back in, and for those of you that have joined us, or if you're taking driving lessons with our team, this is going to the end of the road and turning left, what we call emerge turning left. Quite simple to do. It's one of the first lessons you'll do with our team. You'll be following the road ahead, and then you'll get to the end of your road to turn left or to turn right. On this particular occasion, you will be turning left. At the end of this road, it's a T-junction. So the first thing you need to establish is what type of road, what type of junction are we coming across. At the end of this road, it's a T-junction. So there's a long road and we are approaching that road. And then we have lines on the floor. The lines on the floor are telling us we need to give way. So we need to give way to the new road we're going onto. And the secret to understanding that is the instruction you're given by your trainer. So if your trainer tells you at the end of the road turn left, you need to look for flow markings that stop you moving forward and flow markings that give you a command. That's the first thing. The second thing, it's important to understand whether it's an open junction or a closed junction. If it's an open junction, you don't need to stop if it's a give way. If it's a closed junction, you more than likely need to stop at the end of the road. When we do stop at the end of the road, we try and stop a meter away from the curb and the car front pointed to the left ever so slightly, or the wheels pointed slightly to the left when we stop. The reason for that is it's easier to move off and keep in your own area and in your own anticipated, what we call a line of travel. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to demonstrate how we do this routine. But before I do, the routine that we will be using will be your MSPSL, mirrors, signal, position, speed, look. We're also going to add LADA, which is look, assess, decide and act. The reason why we add them 4 letters at the end is to make sure that if we need to stop, if we need to go, if there's a hazard, if there's not, we need to understand what we need to do. At the end of this road is a closed junction. That means you're more than likely going to stop, analyze the new road before you go on. So we'll do that together now. I'll get my car ready to go. I'll check my mirrors. I'll signal right to move off from the side of the road. And now follow the road ahead, bearing in mind we have speed bumps. So these are a traffic calming measure to stop you picking up speed. Your driving instructor or your examiner will give you an instruction just after this white bollard. The bollard is this long lollipop stick lamppost that you can see on the left that I'm going past now. The instruction would be, at the end of the road, turn left. So what I do now is I anticipate where I can signal from. However, it's too early to signal, but I can establish it's a closed junction. So I will be stopping. Check my inside mirror, my left door mirror,
she'll signal left.
I stay a metre away from any parked obstruction while I'm looking at the junction. Now the junction is closed, so
as she's following the road ahead.
Stop at the end of the road. Now when I stop
in that
at a
position,
45-degree angle, so I'm parallel with the
position we want,
and come to a stop. So my car is pointing on a clock face around 10 o'clock. I'll stop to see if it's safe to go, so I'm looking in both directions, that anybody overtaking any parked vehicle as well as any cyclist on my left or on my right. There is nobody. I will gently come out. When I come out, I do it nice and slow, straight in my car, look in my rear view mirror, then my left door mirror, then my right door mirror. Once I've done that and I'm confident that it's safe to do so, I gently increase my speed to a speed that I think is appropriate for where I am. At the moment, I believe 10 is perfectly fine. So I'm travelling around 10, 12, 13 miles an hour. Thank you for watching.